Pisces. Okay, Eight of Swords, the Fool, the Knight of Cups, and the Four of Wands. Okay, looking at these cards, I feel as though this notion of needing to protect oneself, needing to guard oneself is possibly due to someone you're in a relationship with. The relationship card has come out, the Four of Wands, which is traditionally seen as the marriage card. So whether this person is a spouse, whether you're in an existing partnership with them now, whatever sort of level your relationship is at this point in time, I feel as though there's a notion of needing to protect yourself or guard yourself, or an imbalance that's happening around a relationship. I feel like someone isn't seeing eye to eye with you with the Eight of Swords. I feel like they may be feeling like they're walking on eggshells, or you may be feeling like you're walking on eggshells, and you're not able to freely express yourself, which I mentioned in the oppression with the Ten of Wands. It's feeling like you have to be secretive about something. It could be a relationship. Maybe you have to be secretive about how you really feel towards someone in a relationship, or how you feel about what your partner or your significant other or your spouse is doing. So you may find that you'll have to, as I said in the general reading, bite your tongue, so to speak, because for some reason there's a block. You're not able to fully express yourself, or you may feel foolish. Maybe it's something that's sitting within you, and you feeling like it's too early to express. The timing is off, the timing is not right, or communicate to someone else. So I feel with these cards here that the time will come, the opportunity will come where you can wear your heart on your sleeve, Pisces, and you can be open about something, because the Knight of Cups is representative of the water sign, and he is coming forward with his cups. So it's almost like you will come forward with the truth, or you will come out with whatever this is. I guess this imbalance or this blockage that's happening in relationships maybe, or collaborations. It could be business collaborations as well, or marriages even. I feel like a part of you will just have to go with it with the Fool card. It's almost like you'll just have to accept what they say, or accept it whilst you're in that situation somehow. Because I feel like you'll embrace it with a good perception. I feel like your perception is good, and that you'll embrace what it is that you need to. Could be with an Aries. There's a water sign, there's a fire sign, there's also an air sign here, but this imbalance or the need to protect, I think it has something to do with protecting yourself in a relationship. For others, I feel like you've been bound. I feel you've been very emotionally linked to someone, and you're bound by them, and they're not treating you very well, Pisces. For some, not for all, but for some, maybe there's abuse here. There's verbal abuse, there's physical abuse, but there's something that you feel bound, you feel tied down to this person, and the foolish behavior can indicate the reason why you're staying with them. As I mentioned, things can turn around. Eventually the upside down Jed does come back up around and is the right way up. However, right now it's showing that it's imbalanced, that you're feeling oppressed, that you're feeling that someone else has this power over you, Pisces. Not for all, for some. And you're really hurting yourself in the long run. Look at the Eight of Swords. This person is able to move around. This person is able to grow and learn from their mistakes, or move out from a toxic situation, but they just don't want to. They've got the blindfold off, and there's resistance. There's resistance when you should be protecting yourself, your heart, your ego, whatever it is that you feel threatened over. Or if someone else is just putting you down, or someone else isn't treating you right, Pisces, it's indicating that for some of you, this behavior isn't going to change. It's going to be the Fool. It's going to be the Eight of Swords on this side. And for others of you, it's indicating it's the Knight of Cups with the Four of Wands, that there can be amends, that you will come out of this, that there is improvement, that you will potentially reunite together, whether in marriage, in reconciliation, or in emotional growth and emotional encounter. And you will be the Knight of Swords toward the Knight of Cups, towards each other. So there is this possibility for some of you, absolutely, to turn this around. But for others, how long will you keep up the foolish behavior is my question that I'd like to pose to you, Pisces. Because there is judgment. Let's have a look at what the judgment card is. Judgment, okay, judgment about parenting, judgment about a certain situation here. It could be professional, as I said. I feel there's definitely a project that you're clinging to, and you're not sure whether you want to share it with people yet. I feel like there is a judgment happening here on so many different levels. I feel like for some of you, it's regarding the way you are with your finances, how much you spend or how much you don't spend, maybe, how budget conscious you are or how loose you are with your spendings. For some, it's you're going to receive judgment about your indecisiveness, your fickleness, how you may be closing yourself off to an opportunity, or how you can be a little bit narrow-minded at times. You know, I hate to say this, but for others of you, it's regarding parenting or the way you manage your team or lead your team. So it could be a review, a customer review, a client review, a probation review at work. It could be judgment around your relationship. And it could be contracts to do with creative pursuits, contracts to do with families, legalities, moving homes, work contracts, construction work contracts, making collaborative work potentially, contracts regarding homes or material possessions with the Four. I mean, but not all judgment is bad, Pisces. Judgment is constructive criticism. I mean, not all the time, because sometimes someone's judgment is just surpasses anything that's of value. Sometimes we encounter this sort of negative judgment, and this might be the case for some of you. I feel with the Six of Cups, this is constructive criticism, and it will help you grow, and it could involve a creative pursuit, absolutely. It could also be very benevolent for you in terms of growth and expansion and development. So for some, I feel like this judgment is necessary, whether it's a probation, it's a probation contract that's coming up. It's something that you need to adhere to. It's mandatory. As I said, for others it will be positive judgment, but for others, I feel like there's just a lot of people that have a lot of opinions this month, Pisces, from all angles: work, family, relationships, friends, acquaintances. They all have something to say with the Judgment card. For some, I feel like you're waiting for a review, or you're waiting on something, and you might be a little bit confused to the different things people have to say, or the different points that are being made to you or pointed out to you. So this could be coming up with the Judgment card. Maybe you feel judged. Maybe it's you that's doing the judging, Pisces, in these areas with your team, with your work team, maybe with your children's decisions or grandchildren's decisions, with the fickleness of someone else, the lack of someone else, the narrow-mindedness of someone else to make a decision. But I feel this is around you this month, whether it's creative or personal and applicable in whichever facet of your life. I did mention these hardships in money or financial. You did have glory here, which is good, but let's have a look and see what's happening with your material possessions or finances. As I said, it is a busy month. Family events with the Ten of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is the notion of glory and accolades, and the Five of Pentacles is financial hardship. Page of Swords with the Five of Cups, the Hanged Man, Five of Swords. Okay, looking at these cards here, some of you have to walk away from or break attachments to a hobby or something that's costing you a lot of money. Something that you've been waiting on to bring you money, but in turn has not brought you money. So for some, not for all, this could be an investment property, a business idea, a project, a product or service that isn't working. I think you still have other options behind you that you need to explore, as indicated by the Two of Cups here. There is other sources of revenue. There is other options that you need to explore, and to not just be focused on the losses is what I'm seeing here. Because you could be uncertain about how to move forward. You're still looking back, wondering how you can make money off this venture. And my disclaimer would be is for some of you there is no money making, or that you'll have to wait a long time to see or to turn some profits, is what I'm seeing here in terms of finances. For others, I feel like there's a notion of someone might be envious about who you're with relationship-wise, or the success you're bringing in, or the finance you're bringing in at work. So whilst I see financial hardship for some of you, for others I feel like there's a lot of glory that's coming in, and there could be jealousy, and it's almost like water under a bridge with this card here. And I feel like someone might be picking up the pieces a little bit, whether it's you, Pisces, or someone that's around you. Because there's this notion of it being introverted here with the Hanged Man. So not being completely honest, or not being upfront by what it is that you want financially. If you're looking at contracts or collaborations or anything to do with a creative pursuit, I would advise you wait it out until you're absolutely sure about what the contract actually entails, and seek the services of someone that might be a professional and may be able to help you. Otherwise, for some of you, you're definitely getting into a good relationship with someone here. So whether this is romantic, it could be. And as I said, people could be envious of this relationship, but it's really a relationship where you're embracing each other, embracing each other's ideas, morals, traditions, beliefs. It could be for some of you, someone that's walked away from you in the past is coming back as well. But I see uncertainty around this person as indicated by these cards. I feel like you're too hung up on this person and the pain they've caused, or what they've done, or how they've done it, or why they even did it in the first place. I feel like there's a lot of questions that still need answering from you in regards to this. For others, I feel like there's a lot of options. The Pentacles can be material possessions. It can be people, especially a lot of people that you're uncertain about. It's almost like you're still waiting for that person to come along, Pisces, that maybe mentally they're not fulfilling you yet, and you're just liking the glory and attention of being single, or just being able to focus on your creative endeavors rather than a relationship that perhaps isn't as emotionally invested as you would like it to be. So look, I will leave it at that, Pisces. I hope it's been insightful for you. If you were after a private reading to further clarify anything, please feel free to email me.